So once you look about the picture or the diagram regarding to the structure of Indian financial system. Basically, the Indian financial system classified into four types: financial institutions, financial markets, financial instruments, as well as financial services. The financial institution further classified into two types: banking as well as non-banking institutions. Again, banking institutions classified into two types: commercial banks as well as the cooperative banks. Coming to the non-banking institutions, development financial institutions and non-banking financial entities. Now, we move over to the financial markets. It's classified into two types. One is the money market and second one is the capital markets. These money markets further classified into four types: call money market, treasury bills, commercial papers, corporate certificate of deposits. These capital markets further classified into three types: primary market, secondary market and derivative market. The third one is a financial instruments, which related to the based on their time period, short term, medium term, long term, or based on their types: primary securities, secondary securities and innovative instruments. The last one, fourth one is financial services. It is going to classify into the fund based or fee based. Fund based comes under the leasing, hire purchase, consumer credit, bills discounting, venture capital, housing finance, insurance as well as factoring. Fee based comes under the merchant banking, credit rating, stock broking as well as the mergers. So in entire financial institutions, market and services, we are going to learn about the banking, non-banking institutions, money markets and capital markets, and fund-based as well as the fee-based financial services. If you remember this diagram, a pictorial about the Indian financial system, you can easily clear any exam. The financial institutions are the participants in a financial market. They are business organizations which dealing in financial resources. They collect resources by accepting deposits from individuals and institutions, as well as it will lend them to trade, industry and others. On the basis of nature of activities, financial institutions may be classified as regulatory and promotional institutions, banking and non-banking institutions. Regulatory as well as promotional institutions like RBI, SEBI, IRDA, the Department of Economic Affairs, Department of Company Affairs, Ministry of Finance. So these one we call about the regulatory and promotional institutions. That's why nobody considered these regulatory and promotional institutions as one of the part of the financial institutions. Mostly the financial institutions classified into two types: banking as well as the non-banking institutions. For your better understanding purpose, we are going to add this one also. Next one is a banking institution. Banking institutions mobilize the savings of the people. They provide a mechanism for the smooth exchange of goods and services. They extend credit while lending the money. They not only supply credit but also they create the credit. There are three basic categories of banking institutions. First one is commercial banks, second one is a cooperative banks, and third one is a development bank. And another concept is non-banking institutions. The non-banking financial institutions we normally called as a NBFC, non-banking financial corporations like LIC, Life Insurance Corporation of India, GIC, General Insurance Corporation of India. Later it is divided into the 4 different companies: UTI, Unit Trust of India. These financial institutions are organization of pension and provident funds and others which comes under this category. Non-banking financial institutions can be categorized investment companies, housing companies, leasing companies, hire purchase companies, as well as some specialized financial institutions like NABARD. And second one is the financial markets. These all we are going to know about the basic introduction or information about the subject. Stock markets, bond markets, commodity markets, money markets, derivative markets, future markets, insurance markets, foreign exchange markets. These are all combination we call as a financial markets. So we can classify the financial markets based on the different parameters. So first we can classify the markets based on the type of financial market. 2 types: debt market and equity market. We further classify the financial market on the basis of maturity of claims: money market, capital market. Classification on the basis of the seasoning of claim: primary market and secondary. Next one, financial instruments. Financial instruments are the financial assets, securities and claims. They may be viewed as financial assets and financial liabilities. Financial assets represent claims for the payment of a sum of money sometime in the future, or a periodic payment in the form of interest or dividend. Financial assets like deposits with the banks, companies and post offices, insurance policies, national savings certificates, provident funds and pension funds are not tradable. Securities like equity shares and debentures are government securities, and bonds are the tradable. So it means they are the transferable. The financial instruments may be capital market instruments or money market instruments or hybrid instruments. That means the combination of capital as well as money market. The financial instruments that are used for raising of capital through the capital market are known as capital market instruments. The financial instruments that are used for raising and supplying money in a short period not exceeding 1 year through the money market is called as a money market instruments. Hybrid instruments are those instruments which have both the features of equity as well as debentures. For this example, we can call as a warrants as well as convertible debentures. And fourth one is the financial services. Its objective is to intermediate and facilitate financial transactions of individuals as well as institutional investors. The financial services include all activities connected with the transformation of savings into investment. Important financial services include lease financing, hire purchase, installment payment system, merchant banking, factoring and portfolio. So first one we know about hire purchase. So what is the meaning of hire purchase? The legal term for a conditional sale contract with an intention to finance consumers towards the vehicles, white goods and services. If a buyer cannot afford to pay the price as a lump sum, but he can afford to pay a percent of deposit normally we call as a general terminology down payment. The contract allows the buyer to hire the goods for a monthly rent. And second one is leasing services. Lease or tenancy is a contract that transfers the right to possess specific property. Leasing service includes the leasing of assets to other companies either on operative lease or finance lease. Third one is housing finance services. It means financial services related to development and construction of residential and commercial properties. And housing finance company approved by the National Housing Bank may undertake the services or activities such as providing long-term finance for the purpose of constructing, purchasing or renovating any property. Fourth one is a AMC, normally we call as a asset management company, is managing and investing the pooled funds of retail investors in securities in line with the stated investment objectives and provides more diversification, liquidity and professional management service to the individual investors. Mutual funds comes under this category. The last one under the financial services is nothing but a venture capital finance is a unique form of financing activity that is undertaken on the belief of high risk, high return. Venture capitalists invest in those risky projects or companies